So in terms of Evos then, we have got 3 different Evos at the moment. We have obviously got the Future Stars Academy players. These are going to be given to us. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video by going into here. So obviously we've got the first one. We've got a 1 of 15. Let's have a look and see which ones we can go with then. So there is going to be quite a few that we can pick. We've got 15 players we can choose from. Okay, this is going to be a lot of options. Let's have a look and see which ones we want to go with then, because there's a lot of different positions you can go with. I'm thinking, do I go, because you've obviously got the wingers. We've already got a Team of the Year blueprint. I'm kind of thinking more of a centre mid CDM, to be honest. Or do we go with a striker? No, I'm thinking, or we go Cam, but I suppose we've got a lot of them as well. Realistically, I'm thinking maybe fullback also, but we do have Sakina and now Taurum, so I'm kind of going for more of a midfielder vibe. We haven't really got too much more, so I'm debating just going for a striker, to be honest. I kind of need somebody just a little bit better than Dalglish, which I don't know how high these are truly going to go. I think I'm going to go with the Chelsea boy himself. So we've only got one. There will be more players that we can obviously pick from also. This is just the very first one that we can go with. And I can imagine there will be more throughout all of this. So obviously the future stars are in there. So let's have a look at the evolutions then. So if you go into the Future Star Academy, we have the methodical midfielder 1. And then you've also got the dynamic defender and the aspiring attacker. Now obviously you want to be putting in the player that you've got. So if we're going for the attacker, realistically you're looking here. Obviously we'll put him in. He will go to 84 by playing 5 matches. So you got to do all 4 matches. I don't know which one it's going to count as, because obviously you've got the play 5 matches, but you've got 4 there. So that's going to be the first one for us. I don't think he would fit into a midfielder. It doesn't necessarily say that he can't, but I mean he probably can actually. So is he just getting the full upgrade regardless? So play 4 matches there. What is the difference? Is it just, I don't know. But he's obviously going to go into the striking one. Realistically, your choices will depend on what you go with here. So it's not necessarily going for each of them. Maybe you put them all in one at one point. But that's going to be the start of this evolution. So we will have a look at all of them that you can go with. And obviously the best option you can choose. What we can do now as well is we can also put 2 in at the same time, which is going to be fantastic if you are trying to do a few evolutions. So I've got a few to do. This is going to be fantastic to be able to do both of them at the same time, which is just lovely. So that's kind of all we've got at the moment for the Future Star Academy. There isn't necessarily too much more out just yet. We have obviously got a lovely objective that we've got on the channel that we'll show you. But if we go over to Futbin anyway, let's turn the camera on. That's always a good start. We should have all of the players in here. So obviously we've got the Future Star team, but if we go into evolutions, we haven't got them yet. So we're going to have to go to Futbin, I think. There we go. I meant foot.gg. But in terms of what we're going for then, I think all of them. So realistically, we got the shooting 3, 3, 4, 4, and passing physical. I'm assuming pace, shooting 4. So yeah, basically the attacking option is just going to give you 4 on the shooting, whereas the midfielder is going to give you 4 on the physicality, the passing. The defending is going to give you 4 on the defending physical. But you're going to get a full upgrade regardless. The only difference is the defending one is a pace max at 88, whereas we've got 90 for the midfielder and no overall objective here. So if we look at the eligible players, we obviously have got quite a few decent options. And to be honest, I would go with whatever position you are wanting to go with. If obviously you're an Arsenal fan, Chelsea, Newcastle, then obviously pick your option. I mean, it makes sense to go with the academy player that's in your team as well. There is no Man U players, unfortunately, so we kind of just keep going with that anyway. But realistically, a striker is always a nice option. I can imagine a lot of people would choose the same. Realistically, all of them are going to be upgraded. So in terms of the best option, at the minute, I would say just going for somebody in your position is going to be the best option. In terms of the academy, I imagine there should be more than just these as well coming into it. These are kind of just the starting lineup for it. And whether Future Stars is going to be 2 weeks, I can imagine it probably will. I think you've got obviously the cam there. I think the strikers, obviously between the Chelsea lad and then also the Chelsea woman, in fact, both of them. Both of them are going to be fantastic options. You got a couple of centre-backs going on in here, so if we kind of go for the attacking option first, you've obviously got the left wing. I would probably be looking more towards Prem, so you would be looking at the Arsenal right wing, maybe going then into kind of your cams for Al Hilal, I want to say it is. I can't remember, it's Neymar's team. So you got some nice links there that you could obviously pull in. You then got Thompson, but realistically Rodman's there, Swanson's there. A lot of kind of competition in that side anyway, and especially being American, whereas obviously you could go for the striker and then have the links potentially there also. We also then have Simeone as the 80 striker, always a good option. I've just personally gone for the Chelsea boy, just because obviously he's got that base stats to start with, 6'2", so a very, very nice height. Whereas the defending options, always the hardest one you can go with really, because we've had a lot of good defenders. It's very hard to pull away from just a gold Virgil, Konate 91, any of the team of the years pretty much. Then plus the icons. There's very far and few that I'd kind of choose over them. I would say the fullbacks could be the option personally. That could be a really nice option you could go with. Midfielder wise, again, I'm looking at that Serie A centre mid more so than anything. He's going to have plenty of links going through. Could obviously go Bundesliga if you need that option. And then I think you've got the Bundesliga CDM. I think is an option most definitely as the CDM. So I think I'd be looking at Serie A or the Bundesliga for my two midfielders as such. And then obviously the Brazilian cam throws himself up there as well, depending on what you want him as, an attacking cam or as more of a passing cam, which I think would work that little bit better. So it is a standard evolution. It's nothing too crazy, but we can now do two at the same time, which is going to be an absolute blessing for all of these Evos that I've got to catch up on. So let me know what you're going to choose, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.